You know, the great thing about social media, that there is a place for everyone. There's a space for everyone. There's all types of things you could look up, research, whatever. If you want to talk about dinosaurs, guess what? There's some page for you that likes to talk about dinosaurs. If you like to talk about flying kites, guess what? There's going to be some kite flying lovers out there who are going to be willing and ready to talk about flying some kites with you. You know, talk about gardening, you got that. You know, and talk about health, you know, you have pages such as mine, you know, and other pages that do a better job at discussing these things. We have so many different outlets, right? There's a place for all of us. Like, it doesn't matter what you support, what you're about, what you're for, what you're not for. There is a page for you, right? And there are some pages that simply just aren't for us, or simply promote and talk about things that we just don't care about, or that we just aren't in support of as well. And that's fine. That page isn't for you. That doesn't mean that person should change their tone just because it isn't for you. When you realize it isn't for you, you just mind your business, keep it moving, and you go and entertain the pages and the people of those who are on what you're on, who like to talk about what you like to talk about, who like to support and condone what you support and condone, or, you know, the opposite. If you don't support and condone it, you have your outlet, you have your voice, right? There's a voice out there, right? And we all have a platform, right? Some of us are on social media just to sit and watch other people, you know, whatever, suit yourself. You don't really got nothing to say, that's fine, I guess. You know, if you want to spend your time just looking at what everybody else is doing, cool. I mean, that's your prerogative. If that's what you like to do in your spare time, you just like to scroll and see what this and that person talk about, cool. You know, some of us utilize social media to have a voice, to speak on the things that we support, to speak on the things that we don't support. And as y'all know, if you know me at all, that I'm very vocal. I speak out on a lot of things. Some things aren't things that people like to hear. The things that I talk about ruffle people's feathers. And I have my moral compass comes from the word, right? The word of Yahuwah, the Bible. So, you know, I stand on biblical principles, and that's just me and who I am and what I'm about. And, you know, again, that's not for everybody, and that's okay. Like, I've accepted that. Like, I'm not for like the really sensitive people. I am more for the thicker skinned person. And again, like I've said before as well, that I appreciate thicker skinned people, because those are the same people that help build me up and to strengthen myself and to be tougher out here, right, in this world, because this world is straight savage. This world is cold. It's sad. It is it's just it's savage life out here. Like, that's just life, right? So it would benefit everyone really to build up that thicker skin and to not be so sensitive, right? But, you know, I see some people, they like to take issue with the things that I talk about. And my thing is this, look, am I very strongly opinionated? Yes, I am. You know, we all have opinions. Not everybody voices their opinions. And I will keep my opinions to myself within my platform. That's the thing. That's the key right there, within my space. I feel very strongly about a lot of things. I'm very vocal about. If you've been following me for a while, you already know the things that I'm vocal about. And it tends to be various topics, right? Depending on the day, what's going on, what I'm thinking about, what I just experienced, what I just went through, or what else I just saw. You know, those are the things that I speak about. And that's just me, right? But that's not me attacking somebody else for how they want to live their life. And I am addressing this video, or making this video really to address my last video where it says I am not a cis woman. I am simply a woman. And I don't appreciate, you know, people out there, because they're confused with who they are. Then they try to change up terminology that reference me as a natural born woman. I'm not a cis anything. I'm simply just a woman. Again, if you are confused about what you are, or what you feel like you should be, that is not of my own. That doesn't mean that my title and the terminology for what I am doesn't mean that changes just because you're confused about yourself, right? We're irrelevant. Your confusion does not start and end with me, right? Clear, understood. I think that's kind of common sense, right? However, you know, I had a man comment, and this man is a 52-year-old man. He only comments when he wants to disagree, or when he wants to like be real negative towards me or whatever. And it really came about because when I was sitting with a male friend and, he happened to be there and we were having a topic of discussion that came up because of another male friend. And I was talking about body counts, right? Did a video about body counts. And I was saying how I feel like it's rude and disrespectful for a man to ask a woman about her body count, because at the end of the day, it's none of his business. But two, a man is only going to ask a woman that when he's trying to size her up or he's trying to judge her or, place her on wherever at on his totem pole, right? A man is only asking a woman that to be able to judge her. And men ask women that when they're like dating them or stuff like that. And again, I think it's rude because no man wants his past thrown in his face or held against him, all the while he will do the same with a woman, right? And I was saying how I feel like it's a double standard, even though I understand the double standard, but I feel like it's a double standard. And I think it's rude. And it's not a question that men should just be asking women, because it's none of their business. But even though I just got done saying this to a male friend, and this elderly man here, he still turned right around after that and says, well, since you turned over a new leaf in Yahusha, or he said Jesus, right? Since you turned over a new leaf, Jesus, what's your body count? As if I didn't just say what I just said. And we're going to sit on that for a second. Let me just think about whether or not that was a smart question. Right? I shouldn't have to say anything, but it was rude, whatever. So I briefly mentioned that in my body count video. And again, this man, he's been following me the first day that I met him. Don't even know how he found my business page or my personal page, because I never, the mutual friend that we have, he's not even following him, but yet he ends up following me that very day, whatever. But ever since that time, and then I addressed that situation where it's rude for men to ask women this question, but then he literally, as soon as we finished that conversation, that topic, he literally turns right around and asks me that question as if I didn't just say what I said and how I felt about it. Why? That's on you, sir. That's on you. That's on you. That's your stupidity. It's not mine, right? But anyway, so ever since then, it's like he's been hateful towards me. When I see him, he ain't got nothing to say, and that's cool. We don't need to socialize with each other. You're not my friend. You was just amongst the group, whatever. But yet here this man was again commenting on my video and all negative stuff. He never has anything positive to say, nothing at all. He never likes anything. He never supports anything that I say or do. He only comments when he has something negative to say. And I think it's laughable, honestly, because, man, if you know me, you should know, look, with all due respect, I do not care about your opinions. I don't. I'm not in people bondage. No, I'm not perfect. I don't always get it right. I don't always say and do the right things, but I'm very confident in myself. I have a pretty solid backbone. I'm very thick-skinned. You can't bully me. You can't manipulate me, and I'm not going to be bullied by nobody. Why men are even trying to be online bullying a woman? It's like, sir, you got some issues you need to address within yourself, right? And it just shows that he clearly has some type of hatred in his heart for me. He got some type of bitterness. Okay, if you want to say, oh, hatred, you say, oh, that might be too strong. But, sir, why is you coming for me? Like, why do you always got something negative to say? If you don't have anything nice to say, don't say anything at all. I don't need you to agree or disagree with me. Again, how you think and feel, it doesn't bother me, You say that, oh, I try to act so righteous, but the things that I'm saying that I don't like, as far as the cis woman situation, that I go and force my beliefs on to other people. Where do you see me on somebody's page attacking them and trying to force my beliefs onto them? When I share my beliefs and how I feel, my strong opinions towards certain things out here in this world, where do I do it at? I do it on my platform. That's what my platform's for me to vent and post and talk about whatever it is that I feel like, right? I think that common sense, right? But I'm forcing my opinions on the other people, or I'm attacking people, or, when I tell women, oh, men care about your body count, and even though you don't think it's right, because, a lot of them have high body counts, it is what it is, and that's just the way that it is. Some men really do care about that. Then you tell me, oh, I'm bashing men. Am I bashing men, or am I just saying, hey, this is how men feel, and whether you like it or not, this is how they feel? Like, is that considered bashing men? No, but it's like when you address something that's true, people have a problem with you. Look, at the end of the day, I'm for who I'm for, and I'm not who I'm not. And if you like the things that I talk about, or you get some type of benefit from the things that I talk about, then awesome, right? And if you don't, that's awesome too, because again, maybe I'm just not for you, right? Maybe I'm just not for you. But I'm not going to sit back and be bullied by anybody. You're not going to just be, taking up space on my timeline if all you have is something negative to say. So of course, I responded. I was surprised when I saw him, like, dang, man, this dude don't let up, does he? This is not the first time. It won't be the last time if I don't let it be the last time of him, coming attacking me and my character. But yet in the same breath, him saying that he doesn't even know me. You're right, you don't know me. So why you're so strongly opinionated against me? That's fine. But again, there's some place for everyone online. Again, you have a world that's very open with the things that they think and feel. So when I see things that I think are vile, wayward, unwholesome, ungodly, and I want to speak out and speak on the importance of integrity and doing things y'all's way, women respecting themselves and their bodies and covering up, not just busting it wide open for any man, and just really valuing and appreciating yourself. Like, why can I not do the same within my own platform when other people can do whatever it is that they want with theirs? Why is it that? Because I have a different voice and I have a strong voice that, but because my voice and my thoughts, feelings, and belief system, but because it's something you don't like, you have a problem with it. Do I not have the right to share and talk about whatever it is that I feel like talking about in my own y'all given space? Make it make sense, right? But at the end of the day, understand, again, with all due respect, I don't care about man's opinion. The only thing I can care about is John, what he thinks of me, right? That is it. The only thing any of us can do, if you believe in him, is try to pursue his ways, do what he says, do the right thing, always aim to do the right thing. When you fall, you stumble, you mess up, dust yourself off and get back up, repent, talk to y'all, handle whatever it is that you got to handle within yourself, right? Within ourselves. But get back up and keep pushing. But at the end of the day, I'm not here to appease man. I'm not here to please man. Look, again, I don't care what you say and think about me. I don't. And I mean that in the most humble way. And you know what? I've realized that some people get offended by that too. Oh, how dare you not care what other people think of you? That means you're full of yourself. Oh, she thinks she all that. No, maybe I don't think I'm all that. Maybe I'm just confident in who I am. And maybe you think I'm all that. Because why else are you throwing it out there? I don't go around beating on my chest or acting like I'm this or I'm that, or, self-proclaiming anything. I am who I am and I'm not who I'm not. And again, I'm for some people and some people I'm simply not. Some people think I'm too harsh or aggressive or direct. And personally, I think some people are way too soft and have the sensitivity level of a child, and that's my opinion. But I let them be who they are, do what they want, support what they support, and, disagree with what they want to disagree with within their own space. Like, I don't go attack nobody else. I keep my opinions on my platform where I'm allowed to talk about whatever I feel like talking about. And again, if you don't like it, exit stage left. That's the only thing I can tell people. But people get so bothered by that. I can't care about your opinions. I can't. If at the end of the day, if I was so busy caring about other people's opinions and what people thought of me, I would be so insecure. I would be not know my worth, my value. I wouldn't know my identity. I'd be walking around uncomfortable in my own skin, not feeling confident about myself. But if I always begged on what somebody else had to say about me, man, that would be a miserable life. I cannot care about people's opinions. And honestly, and in the same breath, I can't care about the praise of people either. Because you have some people who do support and encourage and they show a lot of love and I'm grateful for it and I appreciate it. But at the same time, I don't let it get to my head. Whether good or bad, I don't let it get to my head because at the end of the day, I still like me. At the end of the day, my validation doesn't come from the outside. At the end of the day, my validation comes from within and who it says I am and who he wants me to be. As long as I'm striving to do the right thing, I'm going to keep talking about what I want to talk about. In a world where people are so loud in their voice against any and everything. Y'all see how this world is going? So a lot of people support a lot of things I don't agree with, but in a very sinful world where people don't know y'all and they're all over the place about anything and everything, if they're just as loud in their rebellion, why can't I be just as loud in righteousness? Why, right? Why would I not be? Y'all didn't give me this voice and this backbone for me to sit and remain silent. And if that makes some of you uncomfortable, then so be it. But I'm not wrong here. Again, maybe I'm just not for you. I'm not your cup of tea, and that's perfectly okay with me. I don't agree with everything I see here and think either. Even to some people that I follow. I might see something they talking about, I don't really care for that. I don't like that. I just won't like it. I just keep it moving. But I'm not going to sit and berate people on their page and tell them how, I disagree with this and I disagree with that. And, feel the need to attack them. It's like, why? It's just weird to me that you attack people for striving for things that are praiseworthy, honorable, and wholesome that You have a problem with people talking about those things. And sure, maybe you disagree with what I think is praiseworthy, honorable, and wholesome. Hey, but again, the word is my moral compass. But if you don't support the word and you're not of the word, that's fine. That's you and your business. You can take that out with Yah. If you have a problem with anything that I talk about, when my moral compass comes from the word, guess what? It's not me that you have a problem with. It's the Most High. So take your opinions up with him. Y'all stop caring about what people think about you. I'm telling you. Be free from people bondage. When you don't care what people think about you, and I mean that's only if you're striving to do the right thing. Not if you're messy and you're out here and you're just all over the place and you're doing wrong. You should care about what people think. But when you're pursuing the right things and you stand on righteousness and the things that are praiseworthy and honorable, and you speak out and you're bold in those things, be proud and you continue to walk in that, and let those who don't like you, let them fall to the wayside. Word of encouragement. Take care.